I'm Vicky Letch and I've been joined by Olly Smith.
Hello.
Hello, Olly. We are talking wine. Now, what are we just about to sample?
We are going to sample some New World icons.
Ooh.
It's a moustache twirling moment. Now, the New World just means basically anywhere that isn't Europe.
Okay.
It means Australia, South America, New Zealand, all those kinds of places, America, that are making wine using the same techniques as the Old World. That's what we call Europe.
Yeah.
But sometimes just throwing down the gauntlet a bit and saying, anything you can do.
Really?
Yeah, but in an Aussie or New Zealand accent.
Okay,
We
which
can do better.
you can do.
Anything you can do, we can do better.
There you
Or
go,
better.
Bruce.
Better, mate. Which we love, and absolutely, all it does for us back in the UK is it just ups the benchmark, and it's been brilliant.
Okay.
Last 10, 15 years, Oz, New Zealand, South Africa, wow. I mean, just what a story. I think it's about 20 years ago, people would look at Aussie wine, for example, and say, it's at best a joke. How funny. Who is laughing now? I just think the Aussies just showed us amazing things. How to make wine on a massive scale, really good quality. They're taking it to the next level here. The first one we're going to try, huge icon, everyone's heard of it, Cloudy Bay.
I have, which is a miracle.
Have you had it?
Of Cloudy Bay.
Have you had it?
I don't think I've had it, but I've certainly heard of it.
Fantastic.
My dad likes his wine, you see.
Really?
But he doesn't share it with me.
He's so mean. Where is he?
Such a sad story.
I feel a little tear welling, but it'll come out and it'll just be wine, and I'll have to just drink the tear, taste it, and tell you what the aromas and flavours are. Cloudy Bay Sauvignon Blanc comes from the South Island in New Zealand. Marlborough is the place.
Yeah.
Now, Marlborough, absolutely fantastic place to grow Sauvignon Blanc. It has an incredible climate. It has these clear blue skies, lovely, lovely dry climate, and a stony valley. It has these rivers that come through, and some people talk about the sense of place coming through in the taste of the wine.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds stunning.
It really is absolutely divine, and if you imagine just how clean, crisp and dry that whole thing I've been describing is, that is what comes out in the wine. And have a little swirl.
You've really picked this up, boyo.
Yeah, it's big wine.
Good.
It's great wine. You do pay the price for it, but traditionally this area of New Zealand, of this grape, Sauvignon Blanc, people tend to say it smells a bit of gooseberries. And I know that sounds a bit potty, but I can smell a gooseberry.
See, I don't know what gooseberry smells like necessarily, but I can certainly smell something fruity in there.
Citrusy and green.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could.
Thank you for dumbing that down for me.
I didn't dumb down, I was bigging up. But absolutely lovely, it's that kind of dry smell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now this is rivaling or trying to get in with places like Sancerre, which makes Sauvignon Blanc, and are very famous for it. But this is a completely different style. Sancerre is very lean, very, very crisp, very dry. This has more sort of fruit to it. You can smell appliness or green herby or gooseberry or any of the things that you want to describe, but absolutely divine. Let's have a little taste and see what you reckon.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's foul, isn't it?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's brutally good.
It's
it really
scarily
is.
good, actually.
I know, and this is the other thing. People talk about when you taste a wine, what happens when you drink it, and every wine has a start, a middle and an end. The flavour starts off, you get a nice whack of fruit, but as it goes into this very dry finish, really, really crisp.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And the flavours last.
So when you're saying it's a new world wine and, you know, we can do it better, are they using different techniques? What are they doing that's different?
They're using the same techniques, but what the guys in the New World do is experiment. They're not afraid of asking questions, taking advice. All the Antipodeans, they go all around the world. They go to the old wineries and they say, how are you doing that? How can we do it better? They use the most modern technology. They're not afraid of trying something out that maybe is a little bit risky. This wine here, it's a prestige wine. It has a screw cap.
Yay! I'm such a fan of it because I can't do the corkscrew.
A bit feeble in the arm.
I mean, well, yeah.
More tennis.
My upper body strength is
You
not
did thrash
great,
me last time we played.
But I got thighs that you wouldn't believe.
Well, I've seen. But this one here, absolutely brilliant statement to make. We're a classic icon, New World wine, and we're under screw cap. It just shows screw cap means quality. Yeah,
and it just shows how far we've come. The snobbery's gone.
It's gone, and I think that's the other great thing about the New World. Look, they took out the snobbery. They talk about it in an everyday way. You go to Oz, you go to New Zealand, the food culture there is amazing. The service industry is great. They talk about wine like we talk about albums, movies. You know, it's normal. The next one we got here, absolutely divine. Tulba Mountain Vineyards from South Africa. This is their Theta. They only make this wine in incredible years, and I have to tell you, this is probably my favourite red wine that I've ever tasted, which I know bigs it up, and we're going to taste it now, and it'll be awful.
Bold statement.
It's very bold, I know, but last time I tasted it, I wrote an entire article on the hallucination that ensued, because I'm going to level with you, I did drink most of the bottle, but over a long period of time, it was a day, but I wrote all day, I just wrote notes about what was happening to my brain and how it was working, and I think it really goes to show if you want to spend a lot of money and you want a badge of prestige, don't always think of the old big hitters.
Yeah.
Have a look at the new world, because these guys, absolutely all about bespoke. I think they only make 439 cases. 439 cases of this every year.
That's amazing, isn't
and
it?
they only make it if the year is perfect, and it's
And
syrup.
how much is one of these?
Well, it's about 25 quid.
Okay.
And it's a lot of money.
When you say the year is perfect, it's a good year, the year is perfect. Are we
Yeah.
talking about all the elements being in place? So
Exactly.
the weather and...
Exactly. The weather, the
Yeah.
grapes, they didn't get any rot. Everything was healthy in the vineyard. They were really happy with when, for example, I mean, if you had a problem with frosts when the vines are in bud,
Yeah.
it could destroy the flowers and prevent fruit setting. If you had a lot of rain much later when you were going to harvest, it could literally dilute the flavours and cause all sorts of rots and really mess things up. But these years they make Theta in
Yeah.
are the best, and I'll be interested to see what you reckon. But this wine for
Okay.
me, it's one of those big style wines, but it defies that for me. It's got a lot of bigness about it, but it's also got so much more. It's just, it defies words almost. But anyway.
Well, shut up then.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. It's so hard for me. You know me. I'm just like a dynamo. This excites me. It gives me the horn. What can I say? And how appropriate, the horn of South Africa. It's amazing. It's got a little bit
Lovely.
of spice, but it's not too sweet.
Lovely.
Not too heavy. Flavours that last. Elegance.
It
Power.
takes me to Christmas in a strange way.
I know exactly
I'm
where you're
feeling
coming from.
Christmassy.
Do you know what one of the tasting notes on this I've seen? Cloves. Christmas.
Yeah,
Bingo.
absolutely.
You good?
Bingo. Well, I really enjoyed that. So let's just recap on what we just sampled.
We've just sampled some New World icons. We've had Cloudy Bay Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. Absolutely brilliant.
We're not stuck in our ways,
We're
are
not.
we?
We're
Eh?
very modern. And we've had Tulba Mountain Vineyards Theta from South Africa.
Great, so if you want to push the boundaries, say goodbye to the classics maybe, do pop to your local wine stores. Ollie and I are going to stick around because we're being paid to. And we're going to talk more wine, so come back to us.
Cheers.